Your kidneys can lose strength for years before you feel a single warning sign. And some of the foods in your kitchen right now may be pushing that damage forward. If you want to stay healthy and independent as you age, hit that subscribe button right now. We share simple, science-backed health tips like this every single day. When you look at kidney research from the last few years, one pattern keeps showing up. It is not just obvious junk food. It is everyday foods that seem normal, convenient, or even healthy. And by the end of this video, you will know which 5 foods may be stressing your kidneys, why they do it, and what to eat instead. Now, before we continue, tell me your age and where you're watching from in the comments. This helps us understand who we're helping. Here's what most people get wrong. They think kidney trouble only comes from too much sugar, too little water, or pain pills. But your kidneys also take hits from too much sodium, too many food additives, and heavy loads of phosphorus, which is a mineral your kidneys must clear from your blood. Look, kidney damage is often quiet. Chronic kidney disease means long-term kidney damage. It can build slowly for years. The scary part is that many people feel fine while it is happening. In the United States alone, about 37 million adults have kidney disease, and about 90% do not know it. And here is the shocker. A 2022 study from Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health found that people with the highest intake of ultra-processed foods had a 24% higher risk of chronic kidney disease. Each extra serving raised risk by another 5%. Does that sound like a small problem now? That is why this matters so much after 60. Your kidneys already filter a little more slowly with age. Your blood pressure may be higher. Your body may hold on to extra fluid more easily. So foods that looked harmless at 40 can hit very differently at 60, 70, or 80. Let's start the countdown. Number 5, canned soup and instant noodles. Most people think soup is light, healing, and easy on the body. But actually, many canned soups and noodle cups are sodium traps. And sodium is salt's main player. Your kidneys have to manage that extra sodium and extra fluid every single time you eat it. Think of your kidneys like a pair of fine coffee filters with tiny pressure valves. When too much sodium comes in, your body tends to hold more water. That raises pressure inside the blood vessels. Over time, that extra pressure can wear down the filters. A 2023 study led by Tulane University found that people who always added salt to food had an 11% higher risk of chronic kidney disease than people who rarely added it. Even usually, adding salt raised risk by 7%. Now imagine eating a salty soup before you even touch the salt shaker. And this is where people get fooled. One serving on the label may be only 1 cup, but a full can is often 2 cups. That means a soup that looks like 700 milligrams of sodium can become 1,400 milligrams fast. Some instant noodle cups land in the 1,200 to 1,800 milligram range for 1 container. That is a huge hit in one sitting. So what do? First, flip the can over. Look at servings per container before you look at sodium. Second, aim for soups with 300 milligrams of sodium or less per serving when you can. Third, stretch salty soup by adding water, frozen vegetables, and a no-salt protein like plain chicken or white beans. Fourth, if you love noodles, toss the flavor packet and use only half. Then add garlic, pepper, lemon, parsley, or a splash of olive oil for taste. Can you still have soup? Yes, but make it work for you. A simple homemade soup with low-sodium broth, carrots, onions, celery, and chicken gives you comfort without the kidney punch. Even a quick pantry soup can be safer if you use no-salt tomatoes and rinse canned beans. Quick question. Have you ever noticed swollen ankles, puffy fingers, or feeling extra thirsty after a salty meal? Comment yes or no below. Number 4, processed cheese and cheese spreads. Most people think cheese is just cheese. But actually, processed cheese often comes with phosphate additives. Those are extra phosphorus chemicals added to improve texture, melt, color, and shelf life. And phosphorus is another thing your kidneys must keep in balance. Here's the thing. Natural phosphorus in food is one thing. Added phosphorus is another. It gets absorbed much more easily. That means more of it enters your bloodstream faster. When your kidneys are under strain, that extra load can build up. A 2022 study from the University of Helsinki found phosphorus additives in 36% of more than 5,000 supermarket foods. The researchers also reported that inorganic phosphorus additives were the most common type, and these are the most absorbable. Search results from that same study noted that processed and cream cheeses were among the heaviest users of these additives. That is not something most shoppers realize. Why does that matter? Because high phosphorus over time can hurt bones and blood vessels, especially in people with weak kidneys. Your body may pull calcium out of bone to keep balance. That is why kidney problems and bone problems often travel together, not because your body is broken, but because it is trying to survive. This is where labels matter more than the front of the package. Melts perfectly often means more processing. Cheese product or cheese spread should make you pause. Look at the ingredient list. If you see words like phosphoric acid, sodium phosphate, pyrophosphate, or anything with phos, that is your warning sign. What should you do instead? Choose simpler cheese more often. Think small amounts of block cheddar, Swiss, mozzarella, or goat cheese. Keep the portion around 1 ounce, about the size of 2 dice. If you want creaminess, try plain Greek yogurt, mashed avocado, or hummus on sandwiches. If you love grilled cheese, use 1 slice of real cheese and add tomato or roasted peppers for flavor. And let me be clear, this is not about never eating cheese again. It is about choosing cheese that still looks like food, not a lab project wrapped in plastic. But wait until you see number 3. Number 3, deli meats, bacon, sausage, and hot dogs. Most people think the problem with these foods is only fat. But actually, the bigger kidney problem is the triple hit of sodium, preservatives, and phosphorus additives. These meats are convenient, yes, but convenience often comes with a price. Your kidneys do not just filter water, they help manage minerals, pressure, and waste from protein breakdown. Processed meats make that job harder. It is like asking a small cleanup crew to handle a stadium after a concert. A 2020 study from Shahid Beheshti University of Medical Sciences found that people in the highest group for total red meat intake had a 73% higher risk of chronic kidney disease. For processed red meat, the risk was nearly doubled. That is a huge jump. And most people are not eating these foods once a month. They are eating them daily in sandwiches, breakfast, and snacks. Look at typical portions. Just 3 ounces of deli turkey, ham, or salami can carry 800 to 1,200 milligrams of sodium, depending on the brand. 4 strips of bacon can push sodium higher still. Add bread, cheese, pickles, and chips, and your kidneys are dealing with a salt storm before lunchtime. So how do you make this practical? Start by cutting frequency before you cut everything else. If you eat deli meat every day, move to 3 days a week. Then 2. Replace it with sliced home-cooked chicken, tuna packed in water, egg salad made lightly, or low-sodium rotisserie chicken with the skin removed. At breakfast, swap sausage for eggs and fruit, or oatmeal with nuts and berries. At cookouts, try grilled chicken, turkey burgers, or black bean patties. And when you do buy packaged meat, read the label like a detective. Look for uncured only after you check the sodium. Natural does not always mean kidney-friendly. Also watch serving size. A label may pretend 2 ounces is normal, but your sandwich may use 4 ounces without you noticing. Before we go further, if this is making sense so far, hit that like button. It tells me you want more videos like this. Number 2, dark soda and other sweetened soft drinks. Most people think clear soda is bad and diet soda is the smart fix. But actually, both sugary and artificially sweetened soft drinks have been linked with kidney trouble in newer research. And dark colas add another concern. Many contain phosphoric acid, which is a phosphorus additive. Your kidneys are like your body's water treatment plant. Soft drinks make that plant work harder in several ways. Too much sugar can raise blood sugar and weight. Artificial sweeteners may change appetite and metabolism. Cola drinks may also bring a phosphorus load. It is not one problem. It is several small problems stacked together. A 2024 study from Yonsei University College of Medicine followed more than 127,000 adults and found that drinking more than 1 serving a day of sugar-sweetened beverages was linked to a 19% higher risk of chronic kidney disease. Drinking more than 1 serving a day of artificially sweetened beverages was linked to a 26% higher risk, and replacing 1 daily serving with water was linked to lower risk. Read that again in plain English. Not 10 sodas a day, more than 1 serving a day. Now think about what 1 serving becomes in real life. A 12-ounce can often has about 35 to 40 grams of sugar. A 20-ounce bottle has even more. And many people do not stop at 1. 1 with lunch, 1 in the car, 1 at dinner. It adds up before your body has time to catch up. So what is the better move? First, do not jump from regular soda to diet and think the job is done. Second, start with the easiest swap. Replace just one daily soda with cold water, sparkling water, or unsweetened tea. Third, if plain water feels boring, add lemon, cucumber, or a few frozen berries. Fourth, keep soda out of sight. If it is in the fridge door, it wins. And if you crave the fizz, try this. Pour sparkling water over ice in your favorite glass. Add a splash of 100% juice, about 1 or 2 tablespoons. You still get flavor, you still get the ritual, but you take a big load off your kidneys. I'd love to hear your story. What made you click on this video today? Share in the comments. Number 1, frozen dinners, instant meals, and other ultra-processed foods. Most people think the danger is only fast food, but actually many frozen meals, boxed dinners, and instant foods are just fast food in a different uniform. They look controlled, they look portioned, they even say things like lean, smart, or high protein, but inside they can still be packed with sodium, additives, and low-quality ingredients. This is the food category that hides in plain sight. It sits in your freezer. It saves time. It feels harmless. And for many older adults who live alone, it becomes a daily habit. Sound familiar? A 2021 study from Universidad Autónoma de Madrid followed adults aged 60 and older and found that those with the highest ultra-processed food intake had a 74% higher risk of kidney function decline. Kidney function decline means the kidneys are losing filtering power faster than expected with age. That is a big deal. Then came that 2022 study from Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health. It found a 24% higher risk of chronic kidney disease in people with the highest ultra-processed food intake, and each extra serving raised risk by 5%. The researchers also found that replacing one serving a day with a minimally processed food lowered risk by 6%. That tells you something powerful. You do not need a perfect diet. You need better swaps. What does ultra-processed mean? It means factory-made foods with long ingredient lists, added colors, flavor boosters, stabilizers, and ingredients you would never use in your own kitchen. Think frozen macaroni meals, instant pasta cups, packaged rice dinners, frozen pizzas, chicken nuggets, and microwave bowls. Many of these meals carry 700 to 1,800 milligrams of sodium in one tray. Some also hide phosphorus additives and extra sugars. So even if the calories look reasonable, the kidney load may still be high. This is why the front label can fool you. Calories are not the full story, so how do you protect yourself without cooking all day? Build a lazy, healthy meal system. Keep rotisserie chicken, frozen plain vegetables, microwave brown rice, oatmeal, eggs, plain yogurt, fruit, and no-salt canned beans at home. Then mix and match. In 5 minutes, you can make a better meal than most boxed dinners. Half a plate vegetables, a palm-sized protein, a small starch. That simple pattern works. If you do buy frozen meals, use 3 rules. Pick one with less than 600 milligrams of sodium if possible. Choose meals with recognizable ingredients. And add fresh vegetables so the meal gets bigger without getting saltier. Small changes matter here, really matter. Let's pump the brakes for a second. I'm not saying this to scare you, but food changes can affect people differently. If you already have chronic kidney disease, diabetes, heart failure, or high blood pressure, your food limits may be very different from someone else's. Some people need to watch potassium too. Potassium is a mineral that affects heartbeat and muscle function. Others need to watch protein more closely. Also, do not assume every healthy food is automatically safe for weak kidneys. Nuts, beans, dairy, and certain fruits can be great foods, but they may need portion control in later kidney disease. That is why stage matters. Lab results matter. Your medicines matter. When should you talk to a doctor? If you notice swelling in your feet, puffy eyes, foamy urine, blood in the urine, a big change in bathroom habits, rising blood pressure, or deep tiredness that will not go away, do not brush it off. Ask for kidney labs. Ask about your eGFR, which means how well your kidneys filter blood, and your urine albumin, which checks for protein leak. So you're convinced, but thinking, how do I actually do this? Start with the easiest win. Do not try to fix all 5 foods today. Pick one, just one. If you drink soda daily, replace 1 soda with water. If you eat deli meat daily, switch 1 sandwich to chicken or egg salad. If soup is your comfort food, buy a low-sodium version next time. If frozen meals are your habit, keep 2 emergency homemade options ready. Make your routine simple. Breakfast can be oatmeal and berries. Lunch can be a chicken sandwich with real cheese and sliced cucumber. Dinner can be baked fish, rice, and frozen broccoli. Snack on fruit, yogurt, or unsalted popcorn. Cheap works, too. Eggs, oats, beans, rice, cabbage, carrots, and plain potatoes are still some of the best budget foods around. Look, there's a lot of noise out there. One person says, cut all protein. Another says, only worry about sugar. Another says, just drink more water. But your kidneys need a calmer approach than that. Less ultra-processed food, less sodium, fewer additives, more real food. You don't need to overthink this. You do not need a perfect pantry by tomorrow. Start with just one change this week. Read the label on your soup. Swap your soda. Skip the processed meat. Your body will tell you if it is working, and your lab tests can confirm it. If this helped you, hit that like button. And if you want more videos like this, make sure you're subscribed because we post new health tips every single day. Stay healthy, stay strong,